here we've spent another night, another Walmart. This one was fairly awful. It was noisy until after 11 o'clock. A lot of traffic, a lot of fast traffic. And I might be back here tonight, so duh. Actually, I'm going to scope this out before I leave, I think. Because I think I can get down here at the far end of the building. And that'll be okay. Okay, so let's take a look down here. So there was that. It was noisy until after 11 o'clock. And then, once we got past that part, I was awakened at, I think it was 3 o'clock. Oh yeah, I'm going to come down here. Yeah. Awakened about 3 o'clock with their parking lot cleaner. And I guess they were going around the entire parking lot in circles or whatever.
Turn right onto 37th Avenue Southwest.
I need to get my sunglasses. Hang on. Nope, nope, nope. Stop. Stop. I need to get my sunglasses, which are on my head. Duh. Maybe I shouldn't be driving yet.
Wake up with the sun in our eyes. Sally forth, no need for goodbyes. Journey calls, let's roll the dice. Every mile a new surprise.
Anyway, the parking lot washing machine, I started noticing it about 3 o'clock in the morning. And it went round and round and round. And because I guess they were doing like big circles, you know, circling the whole parking lot, because I would just start to drift off to sleep and then it would come by again really noisy. And this one went for I don't know how long. And then I woke up at 5:30. I don't remember what that sound was, but it's like, all right, I think I'm done. It's just time to get up now. So I've been up since 5:30. It is now 7:10. How are you enjoying that sunlight view?
At the light, use the left 2 lanes to turn left onto South Broadway.
And I stripped my bed and got the laundry ready. And Kit's been out for his walk. So we're heading to the laundromat. Barb is still at the Walmart. She said she was planning to leave about 8 to come over there to do laundry. I really dislike errands enough that I just want to get it over with. And it's funny because it won't bother me much to sit there and wait while Barb is doing her thing. But mine will be done and I'll feel better about it. And I was trying to explain this yesterday. I don't think I can make it make sense to anybody. But my thing is,
Continue on South Broadway for 3 miles.
when I have to do something that I really don't love doing, like laundry, minimizing its impact on me by getting it done as quickly as possible, for example, and as early as possible, because usually the laundromats are pretty empty first thing in the morning when they first open. So all of those things make it easier for me to just be done with it. Shopping district to the left. This is Minot. Oh, they got a Menards. And this is a case where really good online. On Google Maps, we'll see how it looks in real life. Scandinavian history, huh? I had no idea. I wonder if they've got a Scandinavian restaurant. Might have to check that out. Alright, so we've got a little over 2 miles to go. And I don't think we're going to see anything too interesting, but if we do, I'll pick you back up. How about that? Well, I didn't show it, but I drove up to the laundromat that I thought we were going to go to. And it's in a kind of sketchy looking area. And I couldn't find any parking at all. That, you know, let alone parking for us. So I found another one that had worse reviews. But we're going to go see what that one looks like. So you can't always count on the fact that something has good Google reviews. And I swear I looked at it on Google Maps and it looked fine in terms of parking, but I must have been very wrong since there was none. Out of here. I keep getting bit while I'm sleeping, and that's fairly unpleasant as well. I wonder what river we're crossing. Oh, there's a little train station down there. That's cute. 16th Street and 11th closed, 16th Street and Burdick open. Okay, I'm not doing 16th Street, I'm doing 15th Street, so I should be okay. It's very confusing being in unfamiliar towns. So basically we're retracing the steps heading back down toward Walmart. I don't think we're going to get all the way back to Walmart, but that's okay. It's actually, you know, fine. It's fine. We're gonna figure it out. And apparently Minot's nickname is Magic City. Not quite sure why. We did drive by the Scandinavian Heritage Park, which had a windmill. I think we're going to drive by it again, so maybe I'll just keep recording. Of course, the problem is, I feel like I'm committed to doing laundry today now that I've stripped my bed. Here's the Scandinavian Park on the right here. See the flags. I don't think you got to see the windmill. Looks like there's some kind of church building, Scandinavian style, in the middle there. Kind of hard to see. Okay, laundry is all done. And we're going to head back and park at the Walmart for the rest of the day. And then we're going to go start our day of exploring. And then we can come back and start our day of driving. How about that? Okay. Okie dokie, well here we are in Rugby, not a whole lot to see yet. Oh, there's the Rugby livestock auction every Monday. What's today? Today is, what is today? Wednesday? So we are heading for a quirky stop. And it turns out we may be scoring a museum while we're here as well. I bet that's it right there.
Turn right.
Geographical Center of North America. So I love the quirky stuff. I love the geographical extremes.
Turn right, then turn left.
And so here we are at the Mexican restaurant. Oh, and the geographical center of North America, right here in Rugby, North Dakota. Oh, and there's True North Fitness. Okay, well, so here it is. What do you think, guys? Are you impressed? Was it worth the drive? We'll get out and take a closer look. So, Acapulco, Mexico is 2,090 miles. The Arctic Circle in Canada is 1,450 miles. Huh, we are pretty far north. Lubec, Maine, 1,500 miles. Nia Bay, Washington, 1,100 miles. Huh, so we're closer to the center of the country than I thought we were. That's kind of interesting. East-west. Welcome. Okay. Oh shoot, I don't have a sticker. Doggone it. But let's see who's been here. See if there's anybody we know that's been here. Nope. Not on this side. Just look at it. And as I understand it, as with most of these things, it is apparently not in exactly the right location. Apparently it's off by a couple of miles. Okay, Kit. Kit! Look, he can't reach me. Convention and Visitors Bureau welcomes you to Rugby. There it is. Out here is the entrance to Prairie Villages and Museum. And we're just starting, and it was actually a little bit confusing getting started here the way they've got it set up. But I can explain it to y'all now, because we started over here with 1870 royal ceremonial dress of Queen Victoria, which is this gown here. And it's like, okay, so why is this here? Well, here's why. So Queen Victoria had, what's her title? Marie Downing. She was born in Norwich, England. Marie was already working outside of the home in service. Her early working life is obscure, and how she came to London is unknown. Marie met Queen Victoria as she delivered items to the palace for the royal family. When the Queen invited Marie to join her service as a personal maid, Marie said yes. Well, then she met Henry Williams, this guy over here, who was born in England. He was in service to Albert Vickers, which is the Vickers Munitions, what they call it, Vickers Armstrong Limited. They made machine guns and other armaments for Great Britain's war effort. So Marie and Henry fell in love. Henry ultimately emigrated to Canada, but decided that his first homestead that he established there was really not hospitable, the land was not suitable, and so forth. And so Marie was languishing in England, waiting for him to get his act together, which he ultimately did, and along with other people who did the same thing, headed south into North Dakota, Dakota Territory, in search of better land. Homesteaded for the second time near Rolla, North Dakota, in Marysville Township in 1885. Then he wrote to Marie and told her it was time to come and join him. And so she did. So Marie came to America, they got married. She wanted a second copy of the marriage certificate to send to Queen Victoria. I'm not sure, it's not clear at all to me how Queen Victoria's dress got here, but there you go. That's what we know about that. And then this guy, the replica of Clifford Thompson, the world's tallest man at 8 feet 7 inches, who was a teacher, a salesman, a circus actor, and a lawyer. Born October 18th, 1904 on his parents' homestead, 1¼ miles east of Silva, North Dakota. And here's one of his publicity pictures that was taken. He weighed 465 pounds. A picture of him taken in a normal size hotel bathtub. Of course, he was not a normal size, obviously. All right, so that's what we got so far. We're gonna head outside and go see some more stuff. Okay, here's your guns and rifles room. just in case you felt the need. Oh, and a bear and furs. Okay, and then we've got a train layout in here. And a circus. Do not touch. There's a 3-ring circus right there. Jungle Oddities and 3-ring circus. Rugby, North Dakota, Saturday, August 12th, 1 day only. Doesn't say what year. Pretty sure it wasn't this year, or won't be this year. Ooh, creepy dolls. Sorry, I'm not a fan of dolls. I find them to be pretty creepy.
This is,
Uh-huh.
yeah, that's for Girls' Day.
Got some coins and currency. Oh, we've got Yugoslavia, South Arabia, Bulgaria, Hungary, Nicaragua, El Salvador, and so on and so forth. A display of arrowheads. The Native American and Inuit Gallery. Okay. What's in this one without a label on it?
Brings me back to see that machine in front of you, the adding machine?
Yep.
When I was in high school, we had to learn how to use these, and you just sit
Yep.
there like this and add them, but you couldn't even look. You were
No.
like this, and you got timed.
Yeah.
He looks laid back.
Yep. All right. Let's take a look outside. Would you mind grabbing the door?
Nope.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so we got the land office and we got the Western Union office. You going somewhere else?
You want to go in here?
Sure.
Here.
Why, thank you. Because I might need to register for some land.
Yep.
Trim it off so it fits better.
Western Union.
And here we have the Western Union office. When you pay your bills or send money anywhere, use American something, something, something. I can't read that. Note the low rates. And it also looks like a train station to me with a train bulletin eastbound. Calendar, yeah, look at that. North Dakota Centennial Railroad map. Please touch. Try your hand at Morse code. Okay. I don't really see where I can do that, but that's okay. We got freight wagons, explosives. All right, and here we got the Great Northern Caboose. Your safety is up to you.
See, that's right. Back when people had to take accountability for their
Yep.
behavior. You never did that.
I'm not gonna. Whatever you say goes on tape. There's the world.
Oh, there's the cook car.
Here's the cook car. Let's see what the cook's doing. Wow. Serving up a lot of people, apparently. With a full-on stove. Wow. Help keep the dress shop clean. You can't open the door to be able to close it?
Stuck. Oh, there it goes.
Did you turn the handle?
Yes.
Huh. Interesting. Well, just asking. Might have just pushed on it.
No, the handle was decorative. I just,
Here's the milliner's shop. My grandmother had a dressing table similar to this. I had a sewing machine similar to that.
Well, this is one way women could earn money.
Uh-huh.
Could work and earn money, yeah. Okay. Coats and corks, thread.
Do they still make that?
Yep. Yippers.
Cream Station, the Fairmont Creamery Company, USA. Established 1884.
Cool.
Yeah. And there's the galvanized steel tub. That's not good for your health. That's why we stopped using galvanized steel in food stuff. This must be the saddlery. Here comes the blacksmith shop.
Boy, they had everything here.
Uh-huh. Merchant's Bank welcomes you to Rugby.
They even had a sausage mixture.
Huh. Which doesn't seem like it should be in the blacksmith shop. Just saying. But they've got, the typical whetstone. Where's the forge? I don't see a forge. So they got whetstones, but no forge. No forge for you.
Oh, the jail.
You want to go to jail? York, North Dakota, let's go to jail. Woo. Okie dokie, well, you get a 5-gallon bucket. Actually, that's about a 2-gallon bucket. This one doesn't have any bucket. Pretty narrow bunk. It's the Old York Jail.
Okay, and here's the livery stable.
Is this where you keep your liver?
This would have been one-stop shopping for people, huh? Coming across.
I think they've gathered a lot of things and put them in one place, is my guess. Like the pig. I think that's a pig. Kit, don't do anything untoward. Great Western Smith Manufacturing Company. Get out of the hay. Hey, Kit, hey, The summer kitchen, big windmill there. And let's go check out the summer kitchen. Summer kitchens were very popular to keep from overheating houses and oftentimes to keep from burning down houses that have outdoor kitchens. I think we're going to skip those last couple since they're not labeled. Let's go take a look at the Norway house. Is that where Barb went? Is that where you want to go? Because that's where Barb went? Okay. It says 1898.
See those spices? That's what my mom's look like.
That's what mine looked like.
And I'd look at it and I'd go like, Mom, this expired 5 years ago. It's still good. I only used 1 tablespoon of it.
Well, actually, the deal we always did was it may be expired, but you just use more. Because it just takes more to get the flavor you're looking for. How about a nice cake? Yeah.
Actually, that is a nice looking cake.
Mm-hmm. You want to cut right into it?
Yeah, nope.
No.
No, there's probably warm in there.
Ice box? I doubt it.
Ice cream, they got an ice cream churner right in there.
Yep. Nice stove. Now, can you imagine cooking on an old stove like this? Not so much.
You got little Annabelle here.
Oh, look, creepy dolls. How about an organ? And the bedroom with the chamber pot right there.
And a bassinet.
And the bassinet. And the broken pottery. And the creepy nightgown. That's pretty creepy. There's a fair amount of creepy stuff here, actually. Now, should you come here? Let's see. I would not go out of your way, but if you're going to come see the Geographical Center of North America, I think it's worth a visit, especially if you're a senior, because it's $6 instead of $8. Let's take a look at the Gronvold house, whoever they are.
Oh, I like
Gronvold's
the porch.
Rugby. Yeah, nice porch.
Yeah, nice porch.
And they've got a vestibule.
With the butter churn right there.
This must be Mr. Gronvold. Another Singer sewing machine. Where's the kitchen? This house has no kitchen. It's got a children's room
Got a master bedroom.
and a master bedroom and no kitchen and no bathroom. That doesn't really surprise me.
Back then might have been out. Whoop.
Could have been an outdoor kitchen. No, this was 1898, wasn't it? Oh no, this one doesn't say what year it is. But, based on the sign to the left of the door here, that looks more modern. I mean, this is probably late 1800s, early 1900s. There should have been a kitchen. Maybe they just have it blocked off.
Unless maybe that was their kitchen. You know, like,
No, that actually has somebody else's name on it. That's the
I thought maybe
Norway
they
or
might
Norwich.
They might have hired them to live in that house and cook for them.
I guess it's a thought. Mighta. Yeah, this house goes back further than what they're allowing us to see, though. All right, it must be time to go to church. Do you want to go to church, Kit? Come on, let's go to church. Wow. I was gonna say this looks like a Lutheran church to me. They got a balcony. Is this another church?
No, it's a school. I thought it might be because there's a bell up there.
Yeah, but there's another school over here. The Consolidated School. This one is one-room school. Okay. With a big stove. That's a very large stove, actually.
recording or not?
I am.
Okay, well, this was my seat. Now, first day of class, everybody sat alphabetically, right? So with my last name being C, I was back there. But it didn't take long for me to end up right here in C.
Because?
Likes to talk and sometimes does not use time wisely.
Okay.
No, there's always, I was never the class clown.
But there's always one.
There's always one that likes to chat.
All right, we got a little log cabin over here. Yep. That's pretty typical of what I would expect, except for the concrete floor. Come. Well, this was the Silva Consolidated School from 1916 to 1970.
That's a long time for school to be
Yep.
used, huh?
And, I mean, think about, 1970 is fairly contemporary, right?
Yeah.
Look at this. And these people were stuck in a pretty old-fashioned school for those many years. Pierce County history. Okay. I got a fair amount of it. Well, we got the dentist down there. I think we got the general store over here. Let's see what that time period looks like. Oh, we got the COVID hand sanitizer there on the wall. There's a period piece. Okay, general store. Wanted part-time clerk, 9 hours a day, 6 days a week. Top, what? Oh, top wages to good worker, $3.50 a week. Okie dokie. And they called it a general store because you could buy generally anything there. Here's the ubiquitous checker set right here by the pot-bellied stove. And I guess we had a shoe shiner. Pretty cool.
I was checking to see if they have Prince Albert in the can.
Better let them out. Is your refrigerator running?
Better go catch it.
Better go catch it. There's gold seal glass wax. I used to use glass wax up into the 80s. Maybe even into the 90s. Wonder if they still make it. Here's the telephone office in Bottineau, North Dakota from 1896 to 1964. That seems like an awfully long time, kind of like the school. So here's what I'm learning about North Dakota places. They generally seem to hold on to their stuff for a while.
I worked the switchboard.
All right, so in conclusion, I would say there's a lot of really interesting stuff here. This whole building is about Germans from Russia, which was kind of interesting. There's a lot of pretty interesting stuff here, but you've got to do a pretty good job of working on interpretation yourself to be able to figure out what it is that they're trying to show you. So, if you're in the area, it's $6 for seniors, $8 for adults. It's probably worth checking out if you've got any interest in history. And I would say don't make a special trip, but if you're in the area and you're interested in history, it's worth a look. As always, thanks for coming along. Well, we had a lot of fun in Rugby. Our fun is not over for the day, but we got back to the Walmart, picked up my RV. We've got some more driving to do, and we've got some more fun to have on this day, but not on this video. So as always, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate you taking your time to watch my videos. Make sure you come back to see what else we get to see on this day, because it was fun and something I had never heard of. And let me know what you thought about the Geographical Center in North America. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Wake up with the sun in our eyes.